was born into a Christian family. My father was not educated. But there was something special about my father. He found out that education was very, very important because he was a man who was in trading. So when at the end of the day, when he comes home and he wants to take stock of his items and the money he has made, things he has bought from some people, and then how much he has used and how much he has to pay back. You know, because he has no education, he was always in some difficulties. So from there, he decided that all his children must have education up to the level they themselves will be able to go. So my father tried his very best. He was not educated, but he tried to educate his children. He wasn't a rich man. He wasn't, really. Just an ordinary man, a trader. But what I found about my father was that he was well informed. He would come home, and then my mother would just tell him what the boys had been doing in the house. We were playing around. There is no water in the house, nothing. We have to be going, and then we'll be running away. My father would discipline you. So if he finds something with you which was not provided from that home, he will ask you, from where did you get this thing? If you are not able to give any explanation that is reasonable to him, you will receive punishment. So what I can say is that my father gave us good discipline. He was a Christian, he goes to church, but because he was not educated, he cannot read. Whatever they tell him in the church is whatever he will have to practice. And unfortunately for us also, in my community in Ghana, in Ashanti, I'm an Ashanti. If you meet any Ghanaian, anybody from Ghana, just ask him about Ashanti. Ashanti occupies the greater part of Ghana. And it looked like our language dominates, our dialect dominates all the dialects in Ghana. Because of that, most of the people in Ghana can speak my dialect. And these Ashanti people, 0.9% are only Muslim in Ashanti, in Ghana. And Ghana, if you look at the map of Ghana, we have the north and the south. The north is very closer to most of the countries which are Muslims. So you find out that along the northern belt of Ghana, most of them are Muslims. If you come to the south, you will see Muslims also in the south, in the Shanti. But most of these Muslims are all migrated from other areas to my area. So if you are an Ashanti and you say you are a Muslim, then they will start to be asking you questions. Do you have any root from the north or what? Everybody will be surprised. So when I had a chance of coming to Saudi Arabia, what my father asked me first, what are you going to Saudi Arabia for? I said, I want to improve my profession and I want to work. Everybody is working for money. The money I'm receiving in Ghana, if I go to Saudi Arabia, I'll get more than 3 times that. And I'll be able to support you. At that time, my father was old. We'll be able to support you. He said, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm very sure. Okay. No objection. So he assisted me and I came to Saudi Arabia. The way I see Muslims in my country, I had the same idea. When I came to Saudi Arabia and I look at the life and see the way people do things, I say, no, there is some little difference between what I've seen here and what I have in my country. What is the difference? So really, I will be very honest with you. The very time I came to Saudi Arabia, I was attracted to Islam. But I had a big problem. When I went back to Ghana and I told my father told me, you told me you are going to Saudi Arabia for money. You didn't tell me you are going to come back here to talk to me about Islam. So, anytime I try to open up this topic, no, my father will not have any time for me. He will not listen. So, it got to a point, I have to listen to my father. So, I left it like that. And one interesting aspect of me, in my job, I want people to do things in the right way, no matter what. I don't like people. When I came, I'm working with Americans, British. When the British and Americans went, we had Filipinos, we have Indians, we have other people. You know, in every community, people look down up to some other people. They look at this guy. Where is he from? Anywhere I go, somebody will ask me, where are you from? I would tell them Ghana. Where is Ghana? Nobody even know about Ghana. I said, okay, you will know later, don't worry. So, during my job, people now started asking, you said you are from Ghana. Where is this Ghana? Where is this Ghana? They look at me, they found out that I don't like to cheat people. I don't like people cheating other people. I try to do my job as best as I can. I found out that people actually started, coming to me by themselves. Most Muslims will come to me, and especially Saudis. You have remaining only one thing, only one thing you are lacking. If you have that one, you are a Muslim. They always say, I just laugh it off. I said, why? They said, no, you behave nicely. I'm not praising myself, really. I'm not praising myself. If you go to Kinkali University Hospital, ask anybody. Ask about somewhere in the emergency room. Everybody know me. So when eventually I was made the head of the ambulance service, I now have a chance of, coming closer to people. I was having an administrative position. So we request items, we deal with people, we have problems, we have to solve the problems. So from there, people get to know me. Then eventually, there is a man. I can't remember his full name. The other name is really very, very hard for me. He's Mr. Majid. He's working in the warehouse in Kenkali University Hospital. I found out that the man has special interest in me. He comes to me every day, he talks to me about Islam, he talks to me about many things. I told him, brother, I am really interested in Islam, but I have a big problem back home. I'm not going to stay here in Saudi Arabia forever. I may go back to my people in Ghana. And if my father and my people will not accept me, I will find it really very difficult to live with them. So, I think we better have to stop this topic and then let me go on with my life. I came here to look for money. Let me get my money and go. Every time he will come to me, I think at a certain time, I was a bit rude to him. But despite that, this man keep coming to me, showing me kindness, doing everything. Anytime I'm in problem, this man will support me. I became really... It got to a time, I was hiding from him, running away from him. When I see Mr. Majid is coming, I will run away. I know he's going to talk to me about something I find it difficult to, So I'll just be running. Sometimes he will catch me. And from there, like that. Then he followed me for more than 15 years in my life in Saudi Arabia here. So, did that get tired? Yeah, that's what Mr. Majid used to tell me. He said, Subhanallah, has not opened the way for you. I know. And when the time comes, you will be. So you don't worry. Feel the way you feel. But I will not leave you. So he became my friend. He became my friend. So when I go home, I used to talk to my father. Father, I have found somebody. And really, he's a very good man. The way he talked to me. I am not a Muslim, but he's treating me like his son or like anybody. And the stories and what he tells me about Islam, really, when I compare to what I have seen in Christianity, I think I believe what he's telling me. So it got to a point, my father now gave me his ear. He will be listening. Yeah, he said, you are of age, you are old, you are married, you have your children. Any life you want to lead, I cannot stop you. Now, maybe you are in the right way. If I stop you in future, maybe God will ask me, I am the one who stopped you from going to do the right thing. So, up to you. I say, alhamdulillah. From that day, I became very happy, and then my heart was at rest. So I keep asking my father, you are giving me the chance, is it from your heart, or just because you are angry or whatever? Eventually my father said his parents were neither Christians or Muslims, but he chose to be a Christian. So now, if I want to be a Muslim, it's up to me. He will not stop me, so I can go ahead. So I thanked my father. I told my elder brothers, we came, and then I gave them, I thanked him very, very much. So when I came back to Saudi Arabia, I told to Mr. Maji, Mr. Maji, now the way is open for me. I say, are you sure? He said, yes, I'm sure. After 15 years? I said, what can I do? This is the time for me, maybe. He said, yes, yes, I told you. I told you when the time comes, it will be. So, from that time, I told Mr. Maji, okay, I want to know more about Islam. So any of his free time, he will come to me, he will talk to me. At the weekend, he will invite me to his home. He was the first Saudi I have entered his home in Saudi Arabia. Then he introduced me to one sheikh. He's also Sheikh Abdurrahman. I think in Nasim. He brought me somewhere, I'm not very sure. So weekend, we'll go there, we'll eat dinner together. He will talk to me about Islam. He will ask me some questions about Christianity. I will explain to him. And then we will all think about the logic about some things. And then finally, he did not decide for me, really. He did not decide for me. But from my discussions with them, I was convinced that Islam is the right way. So last year, I went home. I wasn't a Muslim still. I went home. Then I called my family. I mean my wife and my children. I have one girl and two boys. The girl is already married, and the boy, the elder one is the third year college, and then the second boy is also the first boy in the third year college, and the last boy in the second year college. So I called them and I told them, this is the life I want to lead now. So my wife supported me 100%. He did not raise any objection. She told me he saw the life of Muslim women in Ghana, the way they dress, the way they behave. It has always attracted her, but he was so much afraid to talk to me about it. So now that I have opened the way for her, there is no objection. I say, yeah, he was the opposite of my father. So From my wife's side, I had no problem. But these my boys, that is where I have a problem. So, okay, I said, I had the same problem with my father. So you also, I'm going to have problem with you. So I will not force you. Okay, you are all of age, 19, 20, 21. I will give you a chance. Now you will, from now, open your eyes and see the kind of life I am going to lead. Maybe it will attract you, and then maybe you will follow me. So I told him I'm going back to Saudi Arabia, and I will come back as a Muslim. So when I came, I talked to Mr. Abdul Majid. Then he said, okay, here in Saudi Arabia, we need to do everything official. So he directed me to Islamic Center in Batam. So I actually came to Islamic Center, and then I was received very nicely. And then immediately they saw me, everybody was telling me, Kenya, Kenya. And there is one guy, his name is Lamin. They were looking for Lamin. I told them, brother, I'm not from Kenya. I am from Ghana. And they said, no, Africa. So they brought Mr. Lamin, and then we sat down for 10 minutes. If I wish Mr. Lamin was here, I told him, Mr. Lamin, after you've talked to me for 15 minutes, people have been talking to me for 15 years. And after you've talked to me for 15 years, believe me, you have increased my faith. You have a good idea about Islam, really. I told him, why are you not a teacher? Why are you not in the university? Why? I said, okay. He told me this is the job Allah has given to me. So really I was happy with him. So from that, the day we finished talking, he told me I have to make Shahada. I said, Mr. Alamin, I told you somebody followed me for 15 years. You 15 minutes. No, please just give me some books and other things. I will go and read, and then some little Arabic, and then some few things because I want to do things in the right way. So let me go and learn that one, and I come back. He said, no, he will not leave me. He want me to do it. You know, you can go now, something can happen like this. And now that you have come here, we don't want you to walk out of this door without becoming a Muslim. So I couldn't resist it. So they said, okay, and now I'm ready. Alhamdulillah. Then I was brought to Sheikh, what is his name? Sheikh No. Okay. And then from that day, I made the Shahada, and then from there, it is only, you know how long it is? You know how long it is? Only this past Ramadan. Huh? Only 3 months, only. But really, my heart is at rest. I am very happy. And I have been one of the luckiest people. Immediately I embraced Islam, I had a chance of coming to Umrah. When I also applied, I wanted to come for Hajj. All the papers they gave to me, I went to my head of department, everywhere it was approved immediately. The only problem when I came back, they said, you need approval from Jawazat. We stayed about 2 days. Then the list came, my name was not there. Okay. Then they said, no, still we need to go with you. They put me in the bus. And then we left Riyadh. We went, I think during Fajr time, we prayed. After we prayed, I thought we are going to continue to Mecca. The bus turned around. I started asking my friend, where are you going? He said, we are going back to Riyadh. I said, why? Before I slept off, when I opened my eye, the bus was behind the star. have very nice story to tell. It's trap. So my dream did not come true. Okay. Do I have to go home or have to stay? I will stay. So I stay again one night. Then the list came again. Bus 1, bus 2, bus 3. My name not there, bus 4. Really, I was getting nervous and you know, what was happening? And then finally, I don't know who is the brother. Now, he called me Brother Belal. You are going with bus 5. So, Alhamdulillah. Finally, I came. Then I have been able to perform Hajj. The great things and the many things I have seen and the stories I have heard, really, I'm going back to my people and they will hear, they will know. And I think my cargo, I have a big box with Islamic books and pamphlets, which I'm also going to. My people don't know Islam, really. We will support them. We will, I know with the help of Allah, subhanallah, we will be able to achieve something. So, alhamdulillah. So, when I came also, my Filipino brothers, they have all accepted me nicely, and they are my friends. I know now, anyway they see me in Riyadh, they will call me Brother Belal. And usually I do my shopping in the Filipino area, you know. I buy my telephone card there. There is Pinoy supermarket. I buy from there. So I'm now black Filipino. So that is my story. I am trying to write a book about myself. So later you will know more about it. Thank you very, very much, brothers. I'm very... I am very thankful to the Islamic Center, really, for the great support they have really given me. Maybe, I'm not very sure, because everything is in the hands of Allah. I intend spending my last days, maybe the next coming Ramadan. I'm planning just to go home finally. Yeah. I'm not sure. It's not in my hand. Maybe or maybe not. But from now until Ramadan, I will be with you and we'll be together.
It's even our luck that Belal is with us in this camp to share this great story. There are many things to comment on, but I select only 2 comments for the sake of time. Do you know KKOH, King Khalid University Hospital? It's the only, I guess, at least in my opinion, it is the only hospital in Saudi Arabia that has the majority of mutawwa, if I can say it. The people who are bearded people, and they are very, very highly ranked personnel. They are professors, physicians, consultants. There are many, many of them, and a variety of specialties, and there are more than definitely. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala selected this small employee manager to follow our brother for 15 years and speak to him about Islam. So calling for Islam is not attributed to high certificates, neither it is linked to high authorities. It's a select from Allah. So if you are in the way of calling to Islam, it's a real choice. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided you to the best among the people. Take care about this point. I'm really surprised that no one of my colleagues, I know them very well. They are brilliant people, Some of them are graduated from Prince Imam University. They have a high certificate in Islamic sciences. Like subhanAllah, this small employee who holds the responsibility of Islam in his heart. And he see his brother Belal in a situation where he needs to be helped and guided, and he holds this responsibility. Till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open his heart for this.
Congratulations, brother Belal.
I am from Egypt. Only one from Egypt. Beside you from Africa.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. Thank
Allah
you.
accept your Hajj. Your black
Welcome, brother Belal. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. MashaAllah. We are for this, huh? For this stay.
One more time, congrats, brother, and welcome.
We will have a program
Just keep it.
in the morning, Eid celebration.